Welcome back, Tech Nomads here with another video, and today we are looking at essentially how to format the various chart elements just to make sure your chart is as spot on as possible for whatever presentation or whatever visualization you want to get across to your target audience. So generally I'm more of a dark theme kind of person, so I'm going to begin quickly by adjusting how that looks. I think a dark theme generally looks amazing. So the next thing we can do is, for example, in this scenario we notice that we have a smooth curve for the predicted progression of temperature over the selected time period, and then we have what we were able to record either through visualization, observation in a lab scenario, automation of sensors, your different application. So maybe what you are looking at, you want to show the deviation, and in this scenario you want to get rid of the smooth curve, and rather than deleting your entire chart and now going back again to inserting the chart and beginning from afresh, one easy way to do this is to understand how to access the various chart elements and how you can edit them. So for example, you want to change your theme colors. Maybe you're doing a company presentation. You find that your theme colors are something, say, black and blue, and orange isn't necessarily your thing. So you can always go back and delete that. So first things first, select the chart. One thing you need to understand is these chart elements are selectable. So simply selecting your chart element, heading over to the plus sign, you can first of all begin, say, by getting rid of the grid line. If you don't want the grid line, say you only want the primary major horizontal, you can deselect the vertical one or select it again. If you want the minor grid line, and if you want also the minor vertical, just to create a more detailed layout to be able to better position your readings. For example, readings that are dead center, you can do that. The next thing you can do for your editing, say for example selecting the blue smooth curve and right clicking on it, coming here you see the option to format the data series. What that does is, ideally it will open this tab here for you, and from this point you can change a number of things. You can change whether or not you want to align or not, and so on. So I'm going to close this and show you another way to get to the exact same menu without having to right click. Coming back to your chart and heading over to the format bit, you have a number of options. You can format the chart area, you can format the chart title. All this, the chart title is something we edited in the previous video, or you can go straight to, this is what we're looking for, the series temperature, and you see it automatically selects that item for you. The next thing, go to format selection, and it opens the same window for you. So now to edit this selection, how will you go about it? So for example, let's just say we want to show the dots that are showing the deviation from what is predicted, so you don't want to align. And let's look at markers. What kind of markers do you want? All this is possible for you to adjust. You want a marker fill option, built in. Let's change that from the dot. Let's go with something else, like say this triangle. Do you want to increase the size, just for it to stand out even better for your target audience? These are some of the things you can easily adjust. You can adjust the color as you wish. That's the border color. You can adjust so much as long as you know where to get it. And again, you can always adjust where you want the plot series to be on. Is the primary axis, the secondary axis, and so on. Now all this essentially is just beautifying your chart. So while this menu is open, you can now head over to the next line. By selecting it, notice that you will have changed the data series that you selected, and if you look at the properties, you will immediately notice the same. So first thing, let's say, okay, we want a line, a solid line or automatic line. Do we want, what kind of line do we want? Do we want the line to be dotted? Do we want it to be partially transparent? Do we want dashes on our line? these are some things you can change right here very easily. If you want to adjust the color, say to something like a dominant green, there is something you can easily do here. Let's just go for black. So this is how you edit your chart elements, by selecting the chart element, going to the format data series tab and going through it to select exactly what you want, how you want to showcase your data. And once you're done with that, simply deselecting the area will have shown that your changes have been applied. But because the menu is still open, if we want to get rid of the dots, we can come back here, go to the marker and adjust the color. Do we want a marker or we want just a line? See, that gets rid of the marker, just shows a progressive line that is highlighting the progress. Let's change that fill to something a little bit more appealing for us. So finally, back to where I started. The last thing is just selecting your layout. You can adjust the layout as you wish. Once you get what really works for you, it's also possible to adjust the fill. And accessing the same menu from here, you get the color. You want different colors for your presentation, because at the end of the day, presentation is everything, and that's part of the reason Excel has built in the charts. You might have a huge set of data, but without the proper presentation, at the end of the day, your analysis and whoever your target audience is gets lost in the process. If you like the videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Catch you on the next one.